Hello everyone, welcome to the War Zone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales. And the Orc Horde is coming, and it is coming in strong, because in Kursk, Russia is advancing. Right, so the ISW map, and a lot has happened on this map, and a lot has happened on most of the maps. We've heard and seen the videos of Russian assaults pushing in. They're losing like 10, 15 vehicles. People are dying all over the place. And that might give the indication that, Russia has failed. They haven't. They have gained a lot of territory. They've gained some territory up here. They've pushed in here. They've gained all the territory up to the river Snagost here. And take a look at this. They pushed in here into this town and moved in north of this town and pushed further towards Sucha. Russia has had a lot of successes in the last 24-48 hours, despite the reporting that, they're losing a crap ton of vehicles. So the question is, since they are losing so many vehicles, can they hold on to these gains? We'll have to wait and see, but they have made progress. So much so that I'm having trouble updating my map because, I'm trying to be trying to map out where you can actually defend and stuff. You can see here I'm kind of not following the borders of the terrain as accurately as I usually do. That's because I just set this up to outline it a bit more in detail later on. But essentially here, Russia was here at Bukovka and they were down here, like so, and then they pushed out all the way to the river Snagost. This is a huge land grab here, south of Yubimovka, within this bulge here within the river Snagost. So this is a big land grab. They've also pushed, remember, Ukraine held on to these farms here in Seliny as we suspected Russia would push them out. That was, well, not unexpected at all. Russia's made some gains here in Novoivanovka, pushed Ukraine back slightly, and up here outside of Pogrebki, they've taken this valley and the patches of forest here, moving south into this area. It's not that big of a land grab, but still, it is a substantial grab. I kind of expected it. This, as you can see here, these trees and what have you, they are a bit isolated from the rest of the Ukrainians down here, so that Ukraine would abandon this position is not that strange. But down here it's interesting. As you can see, I haven't fully mapped out. Russia appears to have pushed into Pliokhovo, into the center of town. We'll see if they can hold on. This suggests that they have been receiving reinforcements across these wide open fields. That is impressive, how they've managed to move in troops across these open fields in enough numbers to push into Pliokhovo. You would think that they would be prime targets for drones out here, wide open spaces, but somehow they managed to move troops in, and they've since then pushed into Pliokhovo itself. Ukrainians are obviously operating here, all over the place in these buildings. I just haven't mapped out it more accurately, as you can see. And worrisome, this is really worrying. Russia has made it, I believe they are these actual roads. No, yes, zooming in, hardly any roads here. I don't know why the map says there are roads here. But they have moved in north of Pliokhovo, all the way into this forest. And here you have a road, a highway that they seem to be in control of, which leads up to these bridges. Very crucial. Because now Pliokhovo is isolated. This here is not a bridge. It doesn't exist. So I'm not sure. Can Ukraine... Here we have something that might be... Maybe that's a big maybe. Yeah, but I mean, mud season. This is not a fun road to travel along in mud season. But that is essentially, looking at it, the supply route leading into Pliokhovo right now for the Ukrainians. So Russia has probably made a big push here to make sure they isolated Pliokhovo, and has then moved in from the south. And Pliokhovo is pretty much on their own. This is not a good road to rely upon for bringing in supplies and reinforcements into this town. So expect Pliokhovo to fall in a couple of days, and Russia will be able to push out to this river here of Pisel. They made gains up here as well, pushed into this forested area here, heading towards Krylovka. We'll see if Ukraine can hold the line. It seems to open up a bit here, making it difficult for Russia to move across. This could even be marshes, wetlands. So this should slow down Russia. They pushed up here into this housing area factory. What is this? What? Walls? Is this a prison maybe? This could be a prison or something. Army barracks. Russia appears to be in control of it. And they've also pushed out here into Kolmakov, this small village here, and closing in on Sucha itself. So those are the big advances. This is a big push here from Russia here in the south. They will grab Pliokhovo by the looks of it, if you're looking at how difficult it is for Ukraine to support Pliokhovo. Small push here by Russia. Probably Ukraine simply abandoning positions that were, they really couldn't hold on, since they were a bit isolated. It appears as if Ukraine is still in control of this area here. And of course, the big push here across the fields up to River Snagost, with some further successes in Seliny Shliak and Novoivanovka. So Russia's on a roll, making big moves, and all these casualties are giving them some territory. The question is if they're taking too many casualties to be able to hold on to these gains. Let's see here. Let's head back to Andrew. Perpetua. Here you can see how Ukraine is attacking the Russians as they're pushing into this area in the north, this small patch of this small valley with forests that Russia took. But take a look at what's going on here. Russia's shelling this area like crazy, and we have they're attacking as well. So if we head back to my map, yes, that's this patch here. So this area here we shouldn't be surprised if this becomes Russian territory, and if Russia manages maybe to push in to grab and establish a foothold in this forest. So Russia is really pushing hard in Kursk at the moment. I also made a video the other day where we took a look at some Ukrainian Bradleys assaulting Russian positions, and by all accounts the Russian positions were here, and the Bradleys came in this way and then attacked north, which suggests that this here is in Russian control. So Russia has pushed Ukraine further south here in Pliokhovo County at Veseloye. So yes, ignoring casualties for a moment, it's undeniable Russia is pushing strongly in Kursk, and Ukraine is doing what they can to hold on, but it is a struggle, and it's rough going for Ukraine. Hopefully they will inflict heavy casualties on the Russians, making sure that Russia cannot push on further, that Russia cannot hold on to recent gains. And I mean, you can't deny it, you can't ignore it. Russia is having success in Kursk. Ukraine is struggling a bit. Will Russia be able to push on, though, considering all the casualties they're taking? That's the question. But without a doubt, Russia is pushing Ukraine back. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Has Russia pushed too strongly, or can they actually bring in more troops
to support this push without Ukraine being able to counterattack. We'll see what happens. Anyway, as always, gå på marsch Ukraine and give them hell.